The next map we are going to go on to is Search and Destroy on Lockdown. As we go on there, and you know what, we've actually seen that on the Capture the Flag earlier on. It's a very different game when they play it on Search and Destroy.
Yeah, very much so. There's going to be a lot of AR work to be done, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
It's a very weird map to play because of the wide open areas and the long sight lines. You kind of see people, you know what, people can be miles away from each other on this map because, like I said, there's that big block in the middle, the big corridor. It's difficult to find people.
Yeah, that is what it'll boil down to whoever has the control of that area. So we may see some rushes as well, of course.
I'm hoping to see some rushes. I also believe that Mac usually uses a sniper on this map, so...
Yes, we will keep an eye on him because it is a useful tool on this map. There is some lines of sight that you think, well, yeah, I can get behind some cover, and a sniper will work much more effectively than the actual ACR.
Yeah, so like I said, I love seeing sniping back in Search and Destroy. I love it when a pro do it because it kind of gives legitimacy to sniping in competitive Call of Duty. I mean, obviously not really worth it for Capture the Flag where you've got to string quick kills together and make sure you push and put fire down. But in Search and Destroy where you've just got to make that one kill just to make it an advantage or get the pressure on or make it defuse, it can be used.
Definitely. So we are just waiting on the team starting this up. Black has actually started the map, so we will be going into this now.
Yeah, we're going to go into it. So we're going to try and get into Search and Destroy on Lockdown. I can either love or hate this map. It's very much Marmite depending on how we're playing. It can be an irritating map to break through the defence on, but at the same time, it can be a lot of fun just with the way you move around the map. And I said huge sight lines, but a lot of it's blocked off with the big buildings and.
Right, okay, we are actually going to go on board with the attacking team straight away. We will actually see Shane using the ACR. I'm just going to flick through the members of the team to see what they're going to be using, then we'll decide who will go on board with Shane. Actually switching back to at MP7, putting a range on that with actually the red dot as well, so that's an interesting choice.
You know, well, I don't really see that, especially from top teams. They choose not to take any attachment on these. Obviously, people have asked before, extended mags is banned in Deserto V5, also known as the European rule set. So, you know, we don't see an awful lot of anything on like the PP90, the MP7. They don't have anything. The only thing you really see something on is the ACR.
Yeah, definitely. And Mac is just taking out Shane pretty much straight away. So it is the 3 ARs of Prophecy to try and break down this defensive fear, which will be very, very disciplined.
Yeah, like I said, Swanee being careful now going into this top right area. He's looking for a kill. Oh, he's going for the wallbang with that impact. He hasn't found someone. You know what? That's why they use the scavenger in this. It's not for picking up bullets. It's for picking up extra ammo. You know what they? That's different what I meant.
I've actually.
It's for taking extra ammo. It's for, they want it so he can now wallbang every bit of glass, every bit of thin wood on this game, trying to pick up a kill. So it's worth it.
Yeah, I've been actually speaking to Swanee. It's not actually like him to do this sort of thing, but he told me he went into a private game with 2 controllers, and he had look, especially this map. But he said, look for the absolute sweet spots where I have to fire through to get the wall bangs where people usually sit. So it's an interesting tool that he's used really to see if it's going to work. And it didn't pay off there because he didn't actually get any shots. But it's interesting to see he's actually big headshot on the Toby that just did not react quick enough. Swanee takes him out.
Yeah, you know, like I said, lightning fast reflexes from Swanee there. Toby should have really had him. He was already laid down, aiming at the door, and somehow I don't think he got a shot off.
No, he didn't even seem to fire his gun, and Swanee was just very quick off the mark. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Actually, it is 2v2. Swanee and Gunshot, you take on Vapes and Black. Again, there's the scavenger perk working for Swanee at the moment.
Vape's actually a very good S&D player. We saw him in DreamHack doing serious work with the team, but there you go. Swanee's been shot at. Has he actually just turned on him?
Oh,
no, he managed to get away.
That's very unfortunate from Swanee. He managed to nearly get the turn on. Just checking his back there. He's going to run out, and he is actually the last man alive as Black takes out Gunshot. And Swanee gets in a good position. Gets taken out by Vapes for the headshot. Nice play by him. And that's going to be 1-0 to Fear.
Well, that was a long S&D. You know what? It just seemed like neither team managed to gain the advantage there. Vapes almost died, but he just managed to pick up Swanee before he went down. Everyone using an AR on this map, really. It just seems to be, like I said, an AR-dominated map with a long sight line.
Just trying to have a look on the other stream for you to tell you what the score is, unless you have both streams open. Actually, it does seem as if it is 2-0 to Optic. We're going to go on board with Shane actually to see what sort of rush he can do. We're actually using IP7 here. Extreme conditioning and focus. He's pushed up very, very quickly. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. He's in a good position and he's going to take out Mac. Well played by Shane there to push up so quickly, unexpectedly from Fear, obviously.
Yeah, like I said, Shane, there's a little bit of a rush from him, but he's now sticking around this mannequins area, just using dirty little places there. Look for the winner, trying to check the areas here. He's looking for someone behind blue bin.
Yeah, you do often see somebody there. I suppose he could use a stun, but maybe he doesn't want to give away his position. And he's going to have to keep an eye on the bomb. Well played by Shane there, pushing up in a very, very good position. I think he really does need to change position, if anything, though. I wouldn't be surprised if he does actually get shot in the back.
Yeah, like I said, Shane is just hanging around this mannequins area. It seems like he's patrolling this map. And Prophecy Jake actually picking up a kill himself. This is both slow burning S&Ds from both these teams. They don't seem to really want to push, be aggressive or anything, but Black, we're going to switch on board with him as he's now in a 1 versus, I think it's 1 versus 4.
It is, yes. So let's see what the MVP of EGL7 can actually do. On board with Black using the ACR. His shots have been fired. He's been taken out by Swanee. Impact coming in there very much so. We're going to see how Swanee does this. Like I said, he with this impact on, he can keep firing, which he does. But you see him actually go back in now to get the wall bang, firing through 2 lots of cover to try and get that kill. Yeah, brilliant play by Swanee there to predict which way he was going to go. And, of course, that is going to be one more. We're actually going to stay on board with Fear, though, as we would have switched to them anyway. So on board with Toby straight away, using the PP90 extreme conditioning and range proficiency. Let's see which way he's going to go. He's just going to take a defensive position, actually.
Yeah, there we go, Fear.
They're really grinding this out. They're going straight for the win and just sweating their way through
this it. This is a search and destroy grind and a half. If we quickly flip to the minimap, we can see how they've set up on this map. You know what, Mac doing this, we see this a lot actually, just covering all the choke points. They're not letting anyone through. One person covering corridor, one person going all the way to mannequins. And you know, this is a standard setup. I've seen so many teams do this exact thing just to play the defense, just like a defense.
Exactly, they just really are setting themselves up, and Mac is going to waste. He's going to hit there. Shane taking out Toby, and he's giving away his position if anybody's on his right hand side. So a little bit of a mistake from Mac there, but he will stay alive with this PP90.
Yeah, he's going to stay alive. What can he do? Like I said, Mac is just going to stay in this position. He believes someone is going to come out the front here. Where are Prophecy?
Let's have a look at the scoreboard now. It is 3 versus 2 in favour of Prophecy. Mac and Vapes are the members left alive.
Yeah, I said Mac still in this position. He just doesn't want to move. He is playing the patient game. This is a search and destroy grind and a half. Neither player moving. It's like I said, this is patience. They know they need this win. Neither team wants to go home.
No, Mac obviously just chilling around this green bin now. 1 minute left on that clock. Is he going to make a movement towards blue bin? He just checks it. I don't think any members of the Prophecy team will be this far back anymore, so it'll be interesting to see if he's going to make an aggressive push as the bomb has actually went down at the 40 seconds left on that timer now. And now is the time he does need to make a move. We will stay on board with Mac. Vapes gets taken out by Jake, and Swanee up on there onto Mac. That is going to be 2-1 to Prophecy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Fear are actually very happy with that. Some of the trash talk going across. They're obviously Prophecy trying to get their heads down, trying to get into their psyche and just mess them up a little bit. You know what, I think we are going to stay on board with Fear still as they go on the attack. See how they run this attack, running into a Prophecy defense. Obviously, there we go. We are now on board with Mac using this sniper rifle like he likes to use. Speed attachment so he can get there as fast as possible. And there we go. Can he see anyone? Is he going to just snipe? Oh no!
Huge
Swanee
shot.
Doesn't need a sniper rifle.
No, he does not. Absolute laser sight by Swanee. Taking out Mac there. Big play by him. Currently on board with Toby. ACR impact again. Except this time he is using the extreme conditioning, so he maybe will not use it just as much as Swanee did. So it'll be interesting to see. 2 minutes left to go.
I've always wondered if, you know, obviously you only get 5 classes on this LAN lobbies, but it's going to be, it's interesting. Like I said, extreme conditioning, is it really necessary on Search and Destroy? I mean, you think some of these you don't run all that much. I mean, a map like this is a little bit longer, but some of them, especially with an AR, you're just sort of pre-aiming, stopping, pre-aiming, stopping.
Yeah.
Is extreme conditioning worth it?
In the long run, it may be, but for the whole of the actual round, it isn't necessarily beneficial. But you know, if the bomb is down and you need to get somewhere quickly, that is when it will come into play, and it will be used, I would say, probably more on defense than attack, because they may need to get across the side of the map quicker.